Cloud Tracy, you ain't here? True Teller, you ain't here? Keyz already in here. All the messy logs, y'all in here? You hating ass thoughts over at the T channel, y'all in here? Cloud Tracy here? Okay. Harassing ass
Hey,
people.
booty. Hey, baby. Hey. Queenie, calm down. Hold on. Queenie. Move, mama.
Big OT in here? Okay.
Oh. Hold on, I see you.
What up, Lou? Yeah, I still got the videos.
We gonna be playing
You want the one? You want the one from that y'all posted, or y'all want the different one?
the one that we sent you, the one that we posted. Yes.
Okay, yeah. I got the link.
Because we're gonna be shedding some light tonight for everybody who is in the room. We're gonna be shedding some light on how this case is being pursued maliciously. He has been in jail for a year now. Been denied bond 4 to 5 times. And so now it's time for us to turn up.
Yeah.
Because we've been patient. We've been sitting back. The trolls, the critics, they have been doing a number on his character. They have been saying anything that they wanted to say about him, painting this picture of whatever they wanted to do, making him look like this bad person. And they have done this over and over again to the point where the people are believing that. And so now what we have here is we put together something to show the opposite.
Yes. Right.
So we are here in his name because he is innocent. He didn't do these crimes that they saying that he did.
Right.
He is absolutely innocent.
Right.
And so we're going to show this. And on top of that, tomorrow, everybody's going to be tuned in. Y'all come back to the live because he's going to be on here again tomorrow addressing the situation.
Yes.
So tonight, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through this malicious prosecution case.
Yes.
His rights are being violated. Okay, he has been denied bond. He's been denied his speedy trial, and he's been sitting up in there in jail for a year now, basically with no evidence. Nothing.
None.
And these people are working to keep him in there, but we working to get him out of it.
Yes. Yes. It's the trolls, the critics, they are continuously putting out this bad image of him. So we put together this whole video showing the detective's motive, showing the alleged victim motive, because everybody knows that he didn't do it. And what caused the charges to even happen, which you're going to see in the video, is the detectives actually had a malicious motive to lock him up too. And so we're just going to expose all of that today so everybody can see that he's been in there for no reason. And we've been trying to let, things play out as far as like the court cases or getting a bond. As far as the court, we've been trying to see if they were going to let him get a bond. But since they still refuse to give him any type of rights or justice, we just decided to put it upon ourselves to speak the truth and shed light on what's really going on.
Yes, we're here to speak the truth. That's it.
Exactly. Yes, because in this video is pure facts. You can leave your subjective feelings to the side because in this video is going to be pinpointing the facts and the evidence that we have for this case. That's proven that Eligio Bishop is innocent. So the video speaks for itself.
Yeah,
that's facts. We're going to be picking through the video to show you how this is a malicious prosecution. And that he's been set up. First it started as swatting. Now it turns into a malicious prosecution.
Yes, it's very clear in the video. So Keyz, whenever you're ready, Whenever you're ready
Okay.
to play it, we ready.
All right. Ed, you got the link? Hold on a second. Waiting for Ed real fast.
As long
Ed,
as
be
you
muted.
sent it to me. Did you send me the link?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
All right. Hold on.
Eligio Bishop is a controversial.
Okay. Are y'all ready?
We can see.
Yes,
Yes,
we're ready.
we are.
Are y'all ready for the comments? Y'all ready? Okay. Hold on. Pico got all this stuff popping up on my screen. Okay.
Eligio Bishop is a controversial online spiritual teacher. He is a victim of swatting and now malicious prosecution. Before we get into the malicious prosecution, I want to show you a timeline of the multiple accounts Mr. Bishop's online critics have swatted him. Now, what is swatting? Swatting is the action or practice of making a prank call to emergency services in an attempt to bring about the dispatch of a large number of armed police officers to a particular address. The following will show swatting in Mexico, April 2019. There was no visual footage taken for this SWAT, but we have police documents showing that they did their research and found nothing wrong. After they investigated everyone, we were released and proceeded to travel to Nicaragua. Swatting in Nicaragua, June 28th, 2019.
You want to come and see in the house? Come. Here, I'll go for God. Just keep recording. Just keep on. No, and then it's probably good we went to the embassy already know that stuff too. Because they already know. Yeah, they already know what's going on. And we get based. Okay. No, nothing, no problem. So we're gonna see what's going on. This is what I have to go through with trolls, bro. This is what I have to go through with trolls, bro. Let the U.S. Embassy know I'm being harassed. You feel what I'm saying? I'm being falsely accused, y'all. So we about to head out. See what's going on with that. And it's not true. That's crazy. They're forcefully accusing me right now. So I'm trying to see what's going on. I got the police out here. This is what my trolls do to me. They out here with guns and everything. Come, take it in. Yeah, they got Chief in there right now.
Okay.
Right
Okay.
here,
So,
this part, right here in Nicaragua, this is when they came and they took him. You see, he was in the van, right? They took him out. They took him out and drove off with the police officer's feet hanging out the door. That's how fast they took off and drove. They took off so fast, they tried to leave us so that we would not know where he was. If we did not chase after them, and I'm talking about we were flying on rural areas where we was bumps. You cannot go fast on these kind of roads. We had to literally chase them down for at least 6 minutes. We were chasing them. And the only reason that they stopped, because now you could see that they on the regular street road, they slowed down because they saw that we was not going to let them go. And this place that they took him was so far from where we were that we would not have known where he was if we did not follow him. Imagine being somewhere in a foreign country. You don't know where these people is taking you. They just kidnapped you, put you in a truck, and just drove off. And then was put in a political prison for 3 weeks.
Right.
Where you don't even know their language.
Everybody speaks Spanish. He didn't know what was going on. We literally had to send him little notes to tell him what was going on because he had no information. And for the people just coming in the room, we playing the malicious prosecution video. Right now in the video, we just showing how 3 God has been going through this in many different countries where these trolls, these online critics, find our location and call the police and send them clipped up videos that they made of him, send them to the police and give them our address. So they come with the police with their big guns and take him. Sometimes he go, yeah, that's what's playing right now.
Yeah. And it shows that based upon all this shit, they paint a narrative about a person. All y'all that was the same ones telling me, Nature Boy did this. Now, okay, where the charges at? Where the convictions at? He was kicked out of here. Where the charges? Where the convictions? And it ain't none of this. But y'all took all this to slander his name and paint this narrative about him.
Yeah.
And the police, y'all, the trolls use the haters, use the goddamn police. I mean, they use, what's the girl name? Like Terry? Cohaver Star? Yeah, we ain't gonna say it? Okay, cool. Okay.
But yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what's happening.
But go ahead,
Go ahead, Ed.
Thank
He can't be being detained. He ain't do nothing. No, let us in, man. Yeah, watch out. Let us in. We in the whole entire police compound, bruh. These are all one police station. Oh, they made a left up there. I see where they made the left. See where they at? They tell us to park here.
Nicaragua police separate Mr. Bishop from the family and arrest him at Nicaragua's political prison. Fortunately, we find a Spanish-speaking lawyer to explain to Nicaragua police the online critics are posing false allegations. After 3 dreadful weeks, Mr. Bishop is released.
That shit was crazy what I went through, man. Like, I want to let y'all know everything that happened to me. My haters, as usual, they done this to me in Mexico, they done this to me in Belize. A bunch of them will call the U.S. Embassy and with the clipped up videos and all the things that they have to say about me. And they will make an alarm trigger. They contacted the local police in Nicaragua, my haters, actually, they call it gang stalking or whatever. So they called the police. They sent the videos of all kind of stuff. You know how they make me look online. They sent it, and Nicaragua was alarmed by that. Nicaragua had made up something to get me to come investigate me and to make sure that this wasn't true. They take me to this political prison, and 24-hour lockdown. I was treated like their worst prisoners. And so at first, when the officers pulled up at the house, I'm like, all right, cool, I already been through this before, like in Mexico. They're gonna come, my haters told them a whole bunch of stuff. They're gonna investigate everybody, they're gonna find out it's not true, and they're gonna let us go. Boom, so I already knew that was gonna happen. Nah, not Nicaragua. So Nicaragua treats me as if I did the shit. You know what I'm saying? They locked me up like I did it.
Swatting in Panama, December 4th, 2019. But Panama police swat us while we're at the beach. They had everyone get on their knees with their hands in the air. They took us all to the police station, but only arrested Mr. Bishop and a few others. Once the police find no actual evidence of the false allegations our critics put online, their solution is to deport us back to the United States. Eligio spends 4 days in Panama jail until he is deported. Swatting in Hawaii, June 11th, 2020. In Hawaii, our online critics sent their clipped up videos to Hawaiian police, which then led to us being harassed by the Hawaiian people.
Get off this island, dog.
You're our fucking island
Yeah,
because you don't fucking belong here and you don't respect our
you
culture.
trying to be like me? I'm trying to be like you.
Shut up.
Oh, okay, y'all trolling.
No, send your address if you're not scared, bitch.
Send your address.
What's your address?
Why are you hating like that?
I know you live by Big Island. I live Big Island too.
Why are you hating like that?
Cause
You don't
what
fucking
you do?
belong here.
Why? What I do to you?
People be putting out a lot of shit about you guys being up to no good out here.
Yeah, you guys got like all these bad headlines and whatnot, but you got to understand where us as locals are coming from.
The Hawaiian people did not want us on the island due to the videos that they seen from our critics. They used quarantine regulations to officially remove us from the island.
Chelsea Davis joins us with new reaction tonight. Chelsea.
Yeah, his court document said a YouTube video published on Monday showed the defendant, Eligio Lee Bishop, at Carl Smith Beach Park petting a sea turtle. He had just arrived in Hawaii the day before and signed paperwork saying he would quarantine for 14 days.
To essentially tell them you're either going to stay in jail or you're going to.
We just want to add that this is one of the charges that the prosecutor tries to bring up to deny him bond. This charge right here. They don't say what exactly happened, but all we did was touch a sea turtle, and they're trying to use this to deny him bond. This is one of the things they're trying to use.
Wait, what's this? A sea turtle? So you can't touch a sea turtle?
No, not in Hawaii. No.
Can't be a nigga and touch a sea turtle in Hawaii.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, we just want to add that.
Leave the island. I don't know if that's appropriate once it sees the light of day.
38-year-old Eligio Bishop stood in his cell block at the Hilo jail, cuffed, attending his initial court appearance virtually. His attorney argued that his bail be reduced from $4,000 to $1,000. The judge declined. She says there are still people staying at that vacation rental today.
Very professional, you're doing the job. Very professional. Before you leave, right? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, quarantine violation. For your mask, bro. I got you.
With Hawaii leaving us with the only option to either stay in jail or leave the island, we eventually decided to leave the island after being detained for 3 days. Swatting in Puerto Rico, June 2021. The online critics find Eligio's location and send police to harass him.
What did I do? I post something on YouTube?
Yeah, video.
Of what? Of what?
Wait.
Okay. I'm live, you guys. I'm right here. Like, I didn't do anything. Call the lawyer, bro. Call the lawyer, bro. Call the lawyer. I didn't do anything. I didn't post anything on YouTube. They posted on YouTube. I didn't post it on YouTube.
No, nos enseñaron 2 videos que él la pone a pelear. Que quiere que pelee.
They're lying. That's what I'm saying to you.
As you can see right here, we were actually eating dinner. The police pulled up at a restaurant for a YouTube video
That the trolls posted. That's what the police said. You posted a video. He's like, what video? I'm live right now. It's the trolls. This is a constant thing that we've been dealing with.
It's just really sad. How people could taunt you on.
He didn't use this. Do unload it. What's going on with those?
I didn't upload any video. I have trolls that follow me.
Okay.
Right? And they be trolling me. Everything I do, they be trolling.
The police then told him to leave the island. After swatting in Puerto Rico, it then starts in DeKalb County, Decatur, Georgia. Next, you will see critics calling DeKalb County police making false reports on Mr. Bishop. It will also show police body cam visuals of them coming to his home multiple times.
I don't know, I was going through the call history out here. It's like it's you almost all the time it's the same phone number.
We have a lot of, this isn't the first time that this has happened. We have online people online trolls that keep calling, harassing us.
We got trolls online. My name is Nature Boy. I'm an online guy.
No, I saying Bishop.
Huh?
Bishop.
Yeah. So the trolls online, they keep calling the cops just to get attention to us so that they can.
Well, let me ask you a question, because it seems to be, because I was doing a little research on the way over. Seems to be one person. Do you know who that one person might be?
Well, this is a group of people. It's probably World News. A dude named World News.
Well, it's the same. It's, on most of these calls, it's the same phone number, which leads me to believe it's the same person that's doing it.
Yeah, they're trolling us. They're just doing that to troll us.
How do they know where you reside, though? How did they track down your address?
Well, on my house, they look up like things that look, you know what I'm saying, similar, and they look up online, and then they find your address, and they post it online, and they play with your life. Y'all come in and check if y'all want. We ain't got
Are you sure then that way we can maybe add comments so this doesn't keep happening constantly? So everyone's safe here, right?
Everybody's safe.
Everyone's free to leave whenever they want.
Absolutely.
They just be playing with us online.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to add some comments to the call, so maybe if the next officer that gets a call can see the comments and is aware, okay?
Right.
So
I'd rather y'all come in and check and see that the trolls is playing with our life, right? If you go to Nature Boy on here, you'll see that people make money off talking about us. But this is my classes and everything, but look, right? If you just put Nature Boy in here, there's people that watch us and they say little things. It's trolls. Like they say stuff about, like if I'm online talking and teaching,
They'll clip 1 minute.
they'll clip 1 minute of it and be like,
take it out of context, kind of.
rumors. So it's a whole thing. It's like a whole community, and it's like a little small percentage of people that don't like me, and so they'll order food or they'll send the cops. It's just trolls. They haven't seen us in a couple of days because we've been like falling back. And
actually, it said that. It said they haven't heard from her into that, but they did. But
try to have a better night, okay? Okay. You guys take care. Hopefully, it'll die down. So hopefully, again, they'll leave you guys alone. You guys can do your little business, right? Thank you guys so much, right?
I love your outfits and your really good stuff. What's that care?
He's giving you a handshake.
Oh, you don't have to take care. It's nice to meet y'all.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
So you take care.
All right, no time. Thanks.
She's shaking her head.
We in the cul-de-sac in DeKalb County. All our neighbors are white people and Asian.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hiding and doing in this house.
What ladies?
Y'all know the type of people we are.
Bro, you see what I'm talking about, bro?
I don't know. You okay? I see you enjoying yourself.
I'm enjoying myself.
Everything good.
Is everything okay?
Everything is okay. Everything good.
I know. We just got another call out here. Okay. Once again, hopefully this is. I don't know who this person is.
What's up, G?
Man, listen, did you say one thing on your live?
What?
Let me holler.
Did I say one thing? What?
Nothing wrong with preaching.
We
Like
don't
nothing
believe
wrong.
in harming no kids. We don't believe in harming animals. We don't believe in harming the earth. We don't believe in harming human beings. We are peaceful people that teach meditation and living in tune with the universe. That's the opposite of what we're teaching. But that's the trolls, though. People that don't agree say that to bring cops over here to make a scene. But that's what we've been going through, and you know that. I try to let them know it's just a weird people behind the internet that, you know what I'm saying, there's weird people that don't like you behind the internet, and they just call the police to the house. That's it. All right, good, man.
Y'all be good.
DeKalb County Police went to Eligio's home a total of 27 times. Here's an example of the phone calls DeKalb County Police were getting from Eligio's online critics.
You call this number often to check this location. What's going on that you're calling? That you're making multiple calls to 911 in reference to this house?
Sometimes you're sleeping in the garage, and it's not that gentleman's house.
This is what?
Do you know this? Is this the young man that Someone said he's called Nature Boy.
Yeah.
Nature Boy. Yes. We've been out here a bunch of times because people call, and we've checked on the ladies there. We've spoken to them several times. I've been out here on day shift, during the daytime when people have called, and everybody that lives here seems happy. They say they know they're in a polygamy relationship. So, I mean, there's nothing we can do.
I would like to make note that that if the guy doesn't have his name on the lease, or he's possibly forcing his sister to allow him to stay there, then he should be removed from the premises if he has all these people living in a house.
Well, only the owner can have him removed from the premises. Are you the owner?
No, but a lot of people are not allowed to live in one house.
I mean, people can live as many as they want. There's no rules or regulations to how many can live in a house.
Thought you had to like have your name on the lease.
No, I mean, it's a private residence. It's a private house.
I didn't even know polygamy was legal.
Well, who's to say that you can legally have a sexual relationship with anybody that you want to.
He's married to one person, but he has 3 other women living with him.
Well, and that would be up to that's an alternative lifestyle, but it's not illegal. Ma'am, we filed a report. We've done this. We can't continually every 2 or 3 days come by and drive by his house and harass him.
If there's like 20 people sleeping in a garage, is that illegal?
Not if somebody wants to allow people to stay in their garage.
Here's documentation from the DeKalb County Police Department stating that the online critics are making false reports of a crime. They failed to swat him in DeKalb County with their false reports, so they needed to find another way. And they used Janae Newell, also known as Natiri. Swatting now turns into a malicious prosecution. Malicious prosecution occurs when a police officer or other government official causes criminal charges to be filed against the person when the official knows probable cause is lacking, and the charges are filed because of personal animosity, bias, or some other reason outside of the interest of justice. In such cases, the victim's 14th Amendment right to liberty has been violated. An arrest is found to violate the 4th Amendment because it was not supported by probable cause or a valid warrant. Elements of a malicious prosecution include 1. A prosecution instituted maliciously, 2. Without probable cause, which 3. has terminated favorably to the plaintiff. Now, let's break down how this prosecution was done maliciously, starting with the alleged victim's initial police report done March 30th, 2022.
So this happened today, right?
Well, this happened, yesterday. I tried calling yesterday.
But you didn't call.
I did call, but I wasn't in the area. So my name is Janae Newell. I was recently, here's my ID, a part of a cult that's known as a sex cult.
Natiri has known Mr. Bishop for over 6 years, and she has never referred to the tribe as a sex cult. That reference is only used by online critics.
And they're located here in Atlanta.
So you were part of this cult?
Yeah, this cult.
Okay.
And the person who runs it, his name is Eligio Bishop.
Is this your boyfriend or no?
Yeah, he was my boyfriend at the time. Let's say that.
So what happened today?
What happened the other day, because I left already. I left like some days ago, and I wasn't back there. But what happened is he's doing revenge porn on me online, and he has a big presence online. So he's posting porn of me and him without my consent online right now. And I'm just filing that report because that's wrong. He can go to jail for that. So that's why I had to escape. I had to sneak out because he wasn't allowing me to leave.
And you didn't call when you got out?
No, because
when you escaped?
Yeah, I didn't call him. I already left that facility.
But did you let him know? Did you call him and let him know? Like, hey, you can't be posting that, you know?
No, I didn't call him. I didn't let him know anything. I didn't get in contact with him at all.
Text him to let him know? I mean, did you make videos with them? Consensual videos with them? at the time? Because how does he have those videos?
Of course, like when we're together.
Okay, so
It's like,
did you text him and let him know that, hey, you can't be posting him? Because he's gonna be using that against you. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you didn't text him to say that, hey, you can't be posting that. You know? I would just let him know, like text that, like, you know, hey, why are these videos? Did he text you say, hey, I'm gonna release these videos of you for revenge? He didn't say, hey, I'm doing this because of this. Okay.
Officer Hugh asks three important questions.
You heard the police officer?
One, did you tell him to take the videos down? She replies, no. Two, did he say he was posting it for revenge? She replied, no. And three, were the videos consensual? She replied, yes. Let's continue.
so there's not gonna be any, you know, until I do this, then you guys are not gonna go.
Yeah, we can't wait. So basically what he did was posted a couple videos of you without your consent, right? On Twitter. Anything else?
He also had his women abuse me, like jump me. So that's another thing.
But yeah, I would not join any more cults.
It is important to
Can y'all
highlight
pause
here
it? Pause it, Ed.
that she
Ed,
said
pause
nothing
it.
about rape.
So y'all see that? No revenge porn. So it's no revenge porn. I don't want to hear shit else, y'all. It's no revenge porn.
No, there's no revenge porn, and you notice that she never mentioned nothing about no rape, no false imprisonment.
None of that.
None of
that.
that. None of that.
Now, if
I need to go. I need y'all to understand, y'all. This is the first video. This is the first time she went to the police. She ain't mentioned no false imprisonment. She didn't mention no goddamn rape. She ain't mentioned none of that shit.
None of it.
She went straight for that video online.
that's it.
That was her revenge because she never even messaged. Never even
Crazy as
messaged.
hell. This is crazy as hell.
Being malicious because they're not even investigating the case properly. Right. If they would have been investigating the case properly, they would be asking questions like this officer is asking questions.
The two officers was asking some common sense questions that raised red flags, but no detective did no detective work.
No,
and went into the
at all.
At all. That's why it's a malicious prosecution. Because the cops were asking better questions than the detective did. We're gonna get into that though. That's gonna come next in the video.
Look, y'all. Revenge porn involves consent, and the knowledge of the videos were public, y'all. They already seen the videos. She already consented to it. They were public videos.
And the other thing is that they posted them together initially. Those videos were on the page before she left. Y'all seen it. My ass
was here.
Y'all seen the photos with my ass and her ass, and we was promoting on our Instagram page
because we
was
post everything.
Y'all seen it.
Yes, we was promoting the Twitter with her on there. She was here. She was actually
smiling.
here.
She was happy. Nothing was wrong.
Exactly. And the
These
officer
slaves, no, they
asked
been
3
public.
important questions.
Exactly. He answered everything that has to do when it comes to the pinnacle of revenge porn. He answered that. He asked it. She answered it. It's no revenge porn. Why is he hit with revenge porn?
More time in the cell. That's why.
Never mention the R word.
Yeah, that's how you get
I know it's gonna be dropped. They're just dragging it out.
Yeah, that's how you get a malicious prosecution case. Is that when somebody makes a police report like this one, this was the gateway, the door entry to get the bigger things going that they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had an agenda the whole time.
Yeah.
And this
Look, y'all.
was the way that they used it to do it.
Right.
Look, y'all. Even if y'all don't like Nature Boy, his family, I understand that. However, y'all, America's supposed to be a democracy, y'all. You have a right to due process. Y'all ain't gotta like them to be real.
Right, y'all
In
being
fact,
biased.
Yes. And
don't
you're
be
not
biased, be real.
guilty, and you're not guilty before proven innocent. You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But nowadays, people are thrown and locked in these cages and treated as if they're already guilty. He's being treated right now as if he's already guilty. All of his humane rights are being violated right now.
Yeah.
Y'all talk about false imprisonment. He's being falsely imprisoned right now.
He's
in
the
the
victim.
DeKalb County
He's the
jail.
victim.
That's what false imprisonment
Yeah.
is.
He's the one being done dirty. Nobody
The
else.
person in the comments that said, the way to discovery. This is part of the discovery right here, y'all. This video.
Exactly. Thank you for
Just
saying
wait
that.
now. Yeah.
This is
What are you
part
waiting
of
for?
it. What do
The
you
state
mean?
has no evidence. They have nothing but
They
videos
willing-
sent by trolls.
They're willing to drop the rape. So that means there's no case.
Exactly.
That lets y'all know a lot right there, y'all.
The major
That
thing.
If they
is
willing to
the
drop
case.
the rate, if they
Come
willing
on
to
now,
drop
what are you
the rate,
holding on
that should
to?
tell you. That should tell you right there. That
That
should tell
everything
you
else
right
should
there
be
the type of
dropped.
evidence that they don't have. Come on now, let's use
Exactly.
our brain. Common sense.
Yeah.
Facts, Lil Eb. Lil Eb, she make real victims look bad.
Yeah.
Not one time did she say he raped her.
And you know, there's
Not one time.
millions of people going through that. Millions of men incarcerated behind bars, behind a bitch, behind a woman who was vindictive, who didn't get her way, and which you will see later on in this video.
Yes.
That because she did not get what she wanted, because the outcome didn't come the way she wanted it
D-Slay, you
to
don't
come,
listen.
then all of a sudden, oh, now there's a problem.
Right.
Because it wasn't going my way, because I wasn't getting all of the attention that I wanted.
But
Yeah.
doing this is giving her all the attention.
Ooh, yes. Off that topic anyway.
Keep going.
Oh, you go to person like yeah.
Right. She wanted to be the top woman. And because she wasn't able to be queen, she went to the police and falsely accused Mr. Bishop for these false charges. These
And let me say this.
I don't think him having bun y'all has anything to do with a lawyer. I don't think that don't have nothing to do
No,
with
it ain't got nothing to do with the lawyer.
somebody
No, it's the narratives that was painted by the trolls and the motherfuckers harassing.
Right.
The narratives painted by the trolls and motherfuckers harassing as he is this wild animal on the loose and out here killing everybody and shit like that. That's the narrative they pushed out there.
That is not
That's
true.
still up to the
There's
court.
people
Actually,
there's people who have been committing murders. They have rap sheets that are getting bonds. He has no prior felonies, no convictions, and cannot get a bond. Been denied 4 times. There's people that are doing multiple homicides and murders is getting bonds. They could have at least gave him a high bond. They didn't give him no bond.
Let me say this, y'all. Shout out to the people that actually dislike Nature Boy, dislike his family, but they were able to see through this shit and they watched Nature Boy for the longest and they still said, I don't like Nature Boy, but at the same time, he ain't do this shit. This is bullshit. He didn't do that. They all had said it. The ones that dislike him the most, but they was able to separate the BS. Like, no, hold on. That girl want attention. A whole lot of them came out and said the shit. Them the ones that didn't allow they hate or their dislike for a person to jeopardize their actual moral conscience when it comes down to it. They were able to see between the bullshit. And they know it. But some of y'all still weirdos out there, that's the same ones that was lying to me and Eb and said Nature Boy had 5 federal warrants wanted by the FBI. Y'all the same ones that's pushing this narrative.
Misery love company.
The shit crazy. Be careful for that path that you digging for somebody else, y'all, because it's gonna come around and bite your ass in the ass. Your conscience got to be hurting you as a whole. You can first play. Keyz, do you know about the woman that died? I don't know about none of that stuff. He ain't on charges for none of that stuff. If you can press play.
It is obvious that the T, one of Eligio's online critics, told her to go to the cops for revenge porn. After she goes to the police for revenge porn, the very next day, she does an interview with the T on March 31st. At this point of the interview, she says that her and Mr. Bishop make love.
So I go back inside. To tell him bye. And I hug him and he says, I love you. And I said, I love you too. And so he takes me into the other room and I start crying in his arms. At this point, I'm looking at him in the eyes and me being dumb, I got manipulated back in. Literally, like I couldn't resist him in that moment. In that moment, I was really vulnerable and he knew exactly what to say to me to help have me stay there with him. And yeah, we did make love in that moment. And yeah, we did make love in that moment. Make love in that moment. And I'm just like being a stupid ass, like letting him manipulate me back into the situation and allowing him to have sex with me. Allowing him to have sex with me. Have sex with me. So at this point, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm stupid as fuck because I'm a sucker for fucking love.
Notice that nothing about rape was said until the T, Alice Castor, planted the idea.
Do you realize that what he did to you before you left was, do you think that it was truly love making or making love to you? Or do you feel that it was, that it was coercion, which is pretty much one step down from, sexual abuse?
Pay close attention how Natiri responds to the question of, did you experience sexual abuse?
No, I know that it wasn't love because it just felt fake. It just felt like he was acting and just to keep me, like I'm just some kind of trophy to keep and not, share with the world. It's just, I'm just something to just collect dust on the shelf. And I felt stupid. I felt real dumb because I'm supposed to be this strong ass woman, but I fell right back into it, So yeah, I know it wasn't real. I knew that he was like just having sex to me just to have sex with me so I can stay, thinking all I needed was dick, and that wasn't it. What I wanted was love, real genuine true love for him and the family, forgiveness, and I didn't even get that. So I just wanted to leave at that point.
In this next part of the interview, you see the T coercing Natiri to press charges.
First pause. I hate when it comes to the rape word, y'all. I promise you, like I hate to say somebody is lying, but when I hear this shit gets to me. This shit really gets to me. Cause we all motherfucking know, even if y'all hear this shit, that this is not no motherfucking rape. Like, let's be real, y'all. This is not no fucking rape. This is not rape. And it's sad as fuck to say that, but this is not rape. It's not. I wouldn't give a fuck if y'all follow me and not unfollow me. This is not no motherfucking rape. It's not. 1000%. It was consensual. She was scorned as fuck. She was hurt and she was scorned. And then the fact that they had a back and forth on social media, she wanted to get the last laugh.
Yep.
Never in my life have I ever heard a rape victim describe sex as love. Describe rape as love.
Never.
I allowed him to do things. Disrespectful as fuck to real rape victims. This shit is sad as fuck.
Yes.
This shit really hurts, y'all. Dead ass.
These are the key points that our attorney spoke of today. And the judge then just put blinders on and said, what are the Iola factors? But in the fact that she said this in the courtroom today, it would have broke and she would have had to dismiss the case anyway. Because these are her words that she said herself after she did the initial police report.
The Iola factors was he never did it in the first place. Why is he in there?
Right.
Come on.
That's what we're arguing.
Because this is the main charge right here. And the state is actually aware of this video of where she said this.
Yeah, they've been aware. They've been aware of it since the beginning of like that first month they had the video. They were aware.
No,
because
No
Trolls
rape
said
kit, y'all. No rape kit. No nothing, y'all. No none of that.
And this shows how in America a black man can be arrested just by a word of a woman.
Just saying something.
Just by saying something with no substantial evidence proving that he did it before he gets arrested.
No
That's
proper-
scary.
No proper investigation. Just the mere word of somebody.
You go hear the detective say, we've been trying to get this guy for a minute.
Yep.
It's all maliciously done. It's a personal vendetta.
Yeah,
All
because
the
This
other
shit crazy.
cops they were investigating, they were asking the questions that detectives should be asking. That's how you know it's malicious and it's done dirty. Because it's like you have a personal vendetta out about me. How you hate me this much, you don't even know me.
And real
It's
quick,
ridiculous.
if you look at this storyline from and be in the perspective of Eligio, and look at how he looking at this girl like, oh, you came back inside, you trying to give me a hug, you crying in my arms, you saying I want to, okay. You have to realize how it's really happening.
And that's another thing that on the news today in the bond hearing, they try to say that, oh, she was in the Uber, but he called her back in. No. That's not what happened. And we're going to play that part later in the video where she said, oh, I tried to go upstairs to say bye to him. They told me to go back downstairs. She was about to leave. We told 3, like, okay, she about to leave. She wanted to tell you bye. He was like, oh, okay, she can tell me bye. So it wasn't him calling her back inside. It was him saying, okay, she can come and say bye if she wants to. And she got out of her Uber.
Exactly.
She got out of her Uber. She left her bags outside, got out of her Uber, went back inside and said, oh, I love you. And we're going to get into it.
Yeah, why you leaving your bags outside, girl?
It's just constant lies that they're putting out. It's just constant lies. Like, they're making him seem like he's a criminal and he actually did this. When this evidence is clear as day, the public knows the motive of this person. Like,
And can y'all let me know which type of kidnapping or false imprisonment involves a goddamn Uber and you get to keep your cell phone
And your phone.
and you texting your friend the whole time.
and you texting your friend? What the hell kind of false imprisonment is that?
So look, so can I say this, Brandon? When you talk about the false imprisonment, okay, so because I was talking to somebody about this, and I asked them, I told them about it, and I was like, well, how did he still kidnap her if she was able to leave? And he said because they can use the coercion. He said they can say that she's basically being kidnapped, not so much as being kidnapped physically, but like her
Okay.
mind.
They'll say he go. So look,
That's what
and
he
this is
said. Yeah.
and this is what I hate when they say that because they paint people out a certain way. So if they try to say, they'll try to say his family, they don't understand because they under a spell. Okay, so if that's the case, when does the spell over? When does the spell end? When she got in the Uber, the spell is over.
Y'all gotta cut it out.
That's not even fair because
Yeah.
if you have up to 15 people in a house and we crack open a discovery where there is only interviews of the prosecution side, how is that a proper investigation? When you got 15 people in a house and you ask them nothing.
They didn't ask us nothing. They didn't ask nobody nothing.
Nothing.
Like
So
seriously, y'all.
that's what he was saying. He was saying that the law. He said that the prosecutor could try to use it.
Yeah, but that's the thing
That
though.
the prosecutor could try to use that part right there, being the fact that she left, came back.
Even when we were swatted in Mexico, they took us all. We were all still arrested then. They did an investigation
on all the women.
They put a medical doctor, and they asked each one of us questions. How is this the United States? And you don't even do a proper investigation. How?
Like I really want to know if if they're under the spell, when is the spell over? So that one girl, she's no longer the spell when she got in the Uber, the spell is over now. If that's the case, now all of a sudden she's telling the truth. Now all of a sudden she's credible. Like, get the fuck out of here. It don't make no sense.
But he was saying that that's what they can try to
Yeah, but
use. That
man, they
part
retarded.
right there about
How can they try to use that?
her being
Yeah,
able to come back, her being able to leave.
they can be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can use that. They definitely can use that. The fact that she can leave and come back. They definitely. That means that she definitely ain't been held
And come
against her
back,
will. She
yeah.
can come in. She can leave and come back. How you held somebody? That girl done left 3 or 4 times.
They can't even use that because
Yep.
in the video when she was talking to the detectives, he was like, the detective asked her, was he physically not going to let you leave? And she was like, he asked me if I really wanted to go, and I just started crying in his arms. So I don't really know how to explain that. And y'all about to hear that
Yeah,
later
she
in the
says that.
video.
Exactly.
She
Yeah, she
said
says that.
that
That's
in the
right.
video. And she said that he left the room. He told her to come downstairs, get over it. You know, you want to stay here, because she even says that I really didn't want to go. I mean, like Faith was saying, you got to look at it from his perspective. She coming and going back and forth for years now. She's saying she want to leave again. He knows she don't want to leave. She crying in his arms saying, I love you too, and all this stuff. He thinking like, yeah, she don't really want to go. Come on now. You know the history. So it's like you have to look at it from his perspective. And he asked her, do you really want to go? And she starts crying in his arms. It's like, you can't just be one-sided when somebody's life is in jeopardy. You have to look at both sides. You have to be fair. You have to be just. That's how you know this is malicious, because they just trying to focus on the negative.
And on top of that, didn't she say, Baba G would never treat me like
Treat her
this?
like this.
Yes, he did. Because she knows his heart.
Exactly.
She
knows.
This girl, just listen to the video. It showed everything in there. Her whole connection to him. Still, while she's doing an interview with the detective, she's saying the detective is like, he's a bad guy. He is?
Yeah.
No, he isn't. No,
Yeah.
he isn't.
Y'all about to hear it.
Yeah. And last thing, deep down, she didn't really not mad at him. And I'm gonna be honestly, she deep down, I don't know if I'm talking too much, but Malia, you know what I'm about to say.
She made it Malia.
She wants Malia position. Like she wants that. That's what she wants.
She wants
She
the
told that. She said it. She said, I'm not meant to be behind nobody.
Y'all about to
be a
hear
trophy and collect dust up off the shelf. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm meant to shine my light really bright.
That's the motive.
Because
Kowalski, girl, you jumping ahead of the game, Kowalski.
It's never going to be a
Girl,
new
can
queen.
we finish this first?
You get all
Thank
the
you,
dick.
sis.
That's the motive.
That's the motive.
That's why she let these people get in her head. Weak.
Right. Can we finish this first, Kowalski, baby? Can we get through this first? Okay. No, not y'all. Not y'all, Malia, y'all. Not y'all.
Because we are talking about the video before it plays.
Let the audience know that, guys, I did ask her earlier on in the interview if she was going to go to the authorities and file charges for the assault that the multiple assaults that have happened to her before she left. And she did say that she was addressing this on her own, and so we have to leave it in her hands and see what happens from there. But she was asked that question already. So guys, please stop saying that she should press charges. We have absolutely let her know that that's what she should do, and I absolutely support you 100% because you were assaulted.
Do y'all want to speak on that?
That was the coercion right there. That's what
Right.
his charges
That's
came from right there.
okay.
And hold on, let me call this out too. So look, this video right here, y'all, it was done on the 31st of March. All right, mind you, she already went to the police 2 days before that. They did this video on the T channel on the 31st. The house gets raided like April 6th or some shit like that. Me and Eb finally see this video.
April 14th.
April 14th, we finally see this video. After we see the video on the damn T channel, And we call out the bullshit like, wait, what? I remember it was me, Eb, Shaky. All of a sudden, this video vanishes. They remove it, they put it private, so can't nobody see it. They put the video private. Because the lady from the T channel already knew. Whoever that dumbass, thirsty ass thought he is. That's when she put the whole shit private. We was trying to find the video, couldn't find it. Yeah, the girl lady hit the video. She hit the video. She tried to come up with an alibi.
Yeah,
That's
she
how
had it
thirsty
to
she is.
where if anybody played it, tried to play it over here, it was copyright. So we couldn't even play it over here.
Wow.
Like she had done took the video down and everything. Like once she found out that we heard that part about that make love.
Yep, it took it down. Yep, exactly. Because this is the main video.
No,
that
so
proves
once
his
she
freedom.
found go ahead.
No, I was just saying this is the one video that
Yeah, I think
proves
we're a
his
little
innocence.
delayed.
Yeah, this is a little. Oh, okay. That's because the video was.
But yeah, I do want to make point that
No, you ladies,
right
y'all
after she
go
did
ahead.
that initial police report, right after she did that initial police report, she did this interview the very next day. The very next day. So this is where the coercion starts. This is where these other charges happen.
Yep. She went with it.
Alice Castor is coercing Janae to press charges on Eligio Bishop. Now that the idea of rape is planted in Janae's mind, 7 days later, she calls the police back. It reads, April 7th, 2022, Miss Noel called back and stated she would like to speak to us. If you got raped, why didn't you tell the police that the first time? Why didn't you initially tell them that? Because the idea was planted in her head after doing the interview with the T. The T coerced Janae to press charges so they can finally meet their objective of getting Mr. Bishop locked up. She calls the police back, and now the story changes. But remember in the initial police report when Officer Hugh asked if there was anything else?
He did it was posted a couple videos of you without your consent, right? On Twitter. Anything else?
He also had his women abuse me, like jump me. So that's another thing.
Notice that when the officer asked her if there was anything else, she never says anything about rape. Now we're gonna go into the interview that she does with Detective Moore and Panosium 7 days after her initial police report. At this point in the interview, the detectives and alleged victim are joking over a serious matter.
Uber's outside, and I try to go upstairs to say bye to the king, and I'm just gonna call him the king because that's what Mr. to
Nature Boy.
Nature Boy, yeah, Nature Boy.
I've seen several videos.
Oh my God! Thank God someone knows what I'm talking
We're
about.
a little
my
familiar,
God.
yeah.
Oh, thank God! All right, so I can just talk normal now. Okay. So.
Elements of a malicious prosecution has terminated favorably to the plaintiff. At this point of the interview, Detective Moore expresses his malicious intent to lock Mr. Bishop up.
So let me explain how I come to find out about this. This is probably 2 months ago, maybe 6-7 weeks ago. I get a phone call from this Hispanic lady. But so she told me to look these videos, so I looked up, that's when I started watching these videos. And I'm in awe of what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So that's how I got familiar with that.
Yeah.
And I would just watch videos, not believing what the hell I was seeing.
Yeah.
And another detective was familiar because I showed him these videos. He's like, he's been trying to get this Nature Boy for a minute because of some things he's seen online. Trying to get this Nature Boy for a minute because of
some things he's seen online.
Bam.
But that means he's using the troll videos to come up with his
pieces of video.
So at this point, he been trying to get him for a minute. He ain't listening to what none of what she's saying. Right. He ain't listening to nothing she's saying. He like he trying to get a case because he feels some type of way personally.
Yes. Today at the bond hearing, they keep using this that he told her to come back inside. As you just heard in the beginning, I went back inside to say goodbye to the king.
Yes.
Never did she say, oh, he told me to come back inside and say goodbye. No,
right.
She always went in there on her own because she's the one who canceled.
At first,
her own
I thought
Uber.
she said. At first, I thought she said that one of y'all came outside and got her. So
No.
now
He told her to go
it's
back
changed.
outside.
Yeah, she said somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, what she did say. She said that she was she was
She did
leaving. She
say
was walking
that.
outside to her Uber. She was walking outside to the Uber, and she said somebody said, hey, Baba G wants to speak to you. So she decided to go back on the inside and say bye. She wanted to. Like
Yeah,
nobody grabbed
she
her,
said
pulled
that
her, held
somebody
her,
This
said you
whole
got
time,
and come on back on the inside. Nobody grabbed her by her ear. None of that shit.
yeah, this whole time when she was leaving, 3 didn't even know she was about to leave. Like he was all the way somewhere else, probably live or something. He didn't even know she was leaving. So that's when she tried to come back upstairs. Queen was like, no, go back downstairs like you go. And so she leaving, she in the Uber. We was like, oh yeah, she left. She wanted to say bye, but she leaving. He was like, oh, okay, she want to say bye. He was like, okay, you want to tell them bye? And she come back inside. It was no, oh, him calling her, telling her to come back inside. It was none of that. He wasn't even aware of what was happening. He was like,
He didn't care.
he really didn't care.
That-
People come and go
That's
whenever
the
they
part
want
I'm
to.
confused on. And when you hear this detective right here say what he say about he spoke with somebody and they've been trying to get Nature Boy. This right here, I'm trying to figure out why this isn't presentable in court. Because that show the prejudice right
They
there, the
haven't-
biasness right there. Because the videos seen he's already made his own judgment on Nature Boy, not
Yeah,
knowing that they edit shit, they clip things to make the narrative fit.
yeah.
So
No,
really, that's
it's
kind of
presentable in
like
court.
Denying his rights for a speedy trial, and this was
I
the
know it
Yeah.
argument
is
stage.
what I'm saying. Why they haven't presented it?
Yeah.
No,
That
Like I see where they
at the
saying it was
preliminary
motion
hearing,
filed or
this
something.
should have been played, but we didn't have a good lawyer. We've
Exactly.
been not having good representation
This whole
this whole time. So at the preliminary hearing, these things should have been brought up and shown to the public.
Yeah.
Because that shows the biasness right there. That show it right there. Him saying, "Oh, I've been trying to get him for a while." Like what the
There's
hell? It's
more.
like he got personal feelings in it.
Oh, there's more. It gets
There's a lot
worse.
more.
Go ahead, play it.
And
It gets
just
Okay.
to say, he said he been trying to get him because of what? Some videos. Videos
Some
from the
videos that
trolls
he
online.
saw
yeah.
on live. Yeah.
That they clipped up
Okay.
and put together.
Y'all did y'all thing on this video too, y'all. Y'all did y'all thing. Y'all did y'all shit on this. I ain't even capping.
No lie, y'all remind me of the little tea sippers I got. Yeah,
Man,
I put a good video together.
for real. They
For
look.
real.
Things he's seen online, and then here you are. He is, I'm just gonna use the term, he's like a real good car salesman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the charisma. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
you know, it's understandable. He gets everybody with his charisma, like you said, but it is what it is, you know. So let me real quick go back. When you went back up to say goodbye, he pulled you into another room.
Janae never said Mr. Bishop pulled her in the room. Here's what she describes.
But he physically was not gonna let you leave.
Yeah, he pushed me, he let me into the other room, led me into the other room.
She clearly says he led her in the room. In the case notes, they have that Mr. Bishop moved her to the room. Next, Detective Moore coerces Janae Newell to press charges. He blatantly
Press pause. Y'all see the play on the words? That's how she play with the words. That's what they got him for when it comes to being held against the will.
Did you hear her part? She said, push me, pull me, led me.
She reading the script.
Oh, he led me.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm gonna be real. It's like it's kind of like the reason she's what you call it with her words is because she even knows it's fucked up. She even knows the shit that she's saying is fucked up. She even knows that. That's why she's playing with the words like that. Like, She knows it. That's why she can't flat out just say he raped me. That's why she's changing the words when it comes down to
Exactly.
he moved,
And
he let me in the room.
and as you could see, she never repeats what they say. He said, okay, so after he pulled you into the room aggressively, blah, blah. She said she uses a different word. She never agrees with what they say.
Never. She never.
No. She would use her own word.
That's the key thing in making up a story. You're gonna add words that make it seem bigger than what it was. It wasn't nothing, so you gotta add different words and say cult, sex cult, to make it seem like it's this big altercation and big thing. When in reality, it was just you trying to have love.
States Mr. Bishop needs to be jammed up.
I think we've got a pretty good case here. I mean, really, I do. But it all, for now, comes down to you. Because if you say I don't want to prosecute, I mean, we've got nothing.
Detective Moore admits that the state has no evidence.
Damn, that's crazy.
Come on.
I'm
He
tripping
said
on what you
if
just
you don't want to
said.
prosecute,
Without her, they don't
got
have nothing. So
They don't have
we need you to
nothing.
That's why this shit is being prolonged. That's what it is. That's crazy.
This shit's sad as fuck, y'all. It's sad as fuck. And
They don't
understand
have
this, y'all.
nothing, but they want something. They don't have nothing, but they trying to find something.
Yeah.
And nothing's there.
Yeah.
You only gonna see
Well, she was-
yourself.
They said if you don't want to prosecute, we ain't got nothing. They
She was
coercing
gifting.
her at this point. They coercing her.
And on top of this, y'all, this shit is even more sad. No, never mind. If you can press play.
So they're relying on her word to pursue a malicious prosecution.
This guy needs to be jammed up. He needs to go.
I think he needs to put in a mental hospital so he can get help.
Well, they got that in prison.
Yeah, I want that.
Okay, but here's the thing, and I understand you still got feelings for him, okay? And I get that, but he's not a good man.
I thought he used.
Well,
He
everybody.
kind of used to be. You know, it's one of those things.
He
Maybe
knew
the
what
power.
he was doing.
Yeah.
He's been knowing what he's doing. Okay, he's like probably, I mean, the biggest narcissist I think I can ever remember actually seeing.
Yeah.
And to thank your God, the guy is not a good man. You ever overhear them ever talk like, hey, this guy's a fucking clown?
No, they never talk bad about him.
He sounds like he could probably go both ways.
Right.
Well, he needs to continue that in prison. I'm sorry, that guy is just not a good person, not a good human being. He don't need to be out here. And I tell this to a lot of people, you need to come first before him. Okay? I mean, you're wanting something good for a guy that's been bad.
Yeah.
Okay?
Elements of a malicious prosecution. Prosecution instituted maliciously and without probable cause. Charges are filed because of personal animosity, bias, or some other reason outside of the interest of justice. Not only does Janae say they made love in the T interview, she also says it in this interview to the detectives. There are 3 times Janae mentioned.
Now we not gonna just go past that like we ain't hear what he just said.
Come on.
He just said we need to get this guy jammed up. He needs to go to prison. Who are you to make that call already? Are you the judge?
Are you
You have a
in
person who's been
cahoots
deaf?
with the judge? Are you working with the judge or the prosecutor? Is it a malicious prosecution going on?
He's not really a detective. A detective, like, a detective is able to detect energy, detect a person, and feel out a situation. They not detecting. They not asking no questions. They not asking, wait, you said y'all made love. What you mean by that? They not going deeper and asking her the proper questions to really make an arrest warrant and pull up on somebody with a whole bunch of SWAT guns, how they did pull up.
Yeah.
They said he need to be jammed up.
Yeah. If I was a detective and I was questioning somebody, I would be like asking them more questions about the situation. Like, okay, so what exactly happened? This, and this. But as you can see during this whole interview, those detectives, they don't care. They're already happy that she's already there and she's already willing to prosecute him or testify against him. They're not asking her like, oh, okay, so let me have the specific details. So they did this. They actually, because she's describing consent, she's describing love making to them. He's actually, if you really listen, he's really blowing by her answers. Her answers is like he's
trying to add other stuff up in there so he could convince her to say what he said.
Yeah.
So he could maliciously prosecute him.
Yeah, that's why he was like, I know you still got feelings for him, but he's a bad guy. He needs to go this to this and that. He putting this in her head. It's like
she never says any as this interview is going on, she never says anything bad about Mr. Bishop at all. It's all love. Yeah. She wants love. She wants a romantic relationship with him. So in this entire video or this entire interview, she says nothing negative. Nothing negative.
But
it's
if I was a
him and his
judge,
preconceived notions about him. That's it.
if I was a judge and heard this, I would think that the detective really has a agenda. That's what I would think. If I was to hear this, like that right there. First of all, he would be put off the case because he got his personal feelings in it. Like hell, now this sound like the typical shit of when a detective don't like, a black man, baby. They do anything in their power. And it sounds like he's trying to convince her to go ahead with the charges so that way they can do their dirty shit.
Exactly.
Certain things up under the rug.
Exactly. And this is just not happening to Mr. Bishop. This is happening to a whole lot
this
of
happened to a lot of men.
We just
a lot of
We have a platform.
Yeah, we exposing it because it's a lot of black men in jail who don't have nobody to be on the outside and help them speak the truth. Because it's a lot of black men in jail because of a woman went to the police in their emotions and just say something.
And some of the women even bind the man, bail the man out of jail. That she was the one that put him in. She'll bail him out. So this is not something that's new. This always happens. This is just brought to the light, and we are doing something about it.
Yes,
we're not sitting quiet. There's a lot of people that sit quiet. There's a lot of people that's being done dirty by detectives as we speak right now because they don't have anybody to protect them and speak up for them.
Yes, there's a lot of black men get lost in the system. They get lost in the computers. They get lost. They get just okay.
They
Well,
forget
we
about
wait for your trial. We keep waiting for your trial. You ain't gonna get a speedy trial. We gonna just prolong it. Or you got
or
the
you
wrong
don't you don't have no knowledge about it, so they could just easily do what they want. But Poppy's like questioning, like, nah, what that is? What that mean? Nah, you're not about to just do it like that. No.
And then a lot of times, what they do, they try to break them and they force people to accept pleas. They just even if they're not guilty, they try to break them, force them to accept pleas. That's a way just to get something on them. That's what they'll do to them.
And then some people will break. If you've been in there long enough and you tired of being in there and it's some bullshit, like you just ready to go home, it will force you. It will force you to take a plea. It will force you to do some shit to say it'll force you to accept something that you didn't even do. That's why a lot of people try to figure out how can innocent people actually say that they're guilty of something, because you really be ready to go home. Shit, you broke. You done broke down mentally.
Yeah. And that's what we not gonna do.
No. We question everything.
But in this next part of the video, we about to play all the times that she told the detectives that they made love. She didn't say it in the T interview. She told it to them too. And they still wrote down that, he forced himself. We're going to show that in the thing too. This is what makes them malicious prosecution.
If they would have wrote that down, they know they wouldn't have had no case. So they
had
to make it,
They wouldn't. They wouldn't at all.
All right. Let's see.
sex with Mr. Bishop. All 3 times will be played. The first time.
And that's when then he made love to me.
The second time.
And at this point, he's looking me in my eyes and telling me this and that and the third. We make love.
Once again, she states, we make love. Here's the third time.
And a part of me just gave it to him because I did, still care for him.
She says this, but the detective's case notes, arrest warrant, and affidavit were completely different to what Noelle states in her interview. To begin, let's look at the discrepancies in the case notes. These statements are all filled with little white lies. We will be focusing on the most important ones to prove that this case was done maliciously. On the second line, it reads, she stated she continued to tell him she wanted to leave, and he became irate. In none of the interviews does Noelle describe Mr. Bishop as irate. The next point is on the fourth line. It reads, she continued to ask to leave and began crying. The detectives worded to make it seem like Noelle is in danger. But let's play back what she actually says.
I hug him and he says, I love you. And I said, I love you too. So he takes me into the other room and I start crying in his arms.
That doesn't sound like she's in any danger to me. The next point is also on the fourth line, reading, she stated Mr. Bishop began to attempt to have sex with her, and she told him no, but he continued.
Then he made love to me. He's looking me in my eyes and telling me this.
What the hell?
The affidavit in her interviews it's not adding up. They only writ that affidavit out to get him prosecuted, to get him indicted and arrested.
That's the only way they could have got him arrested because of what they wrote.
They wouldn't have had shit. They wouldn't have had nothing. Yeah. Because this is the interview that she does with the detectives. These are detectives. This ain't no tea interview.
This is criminal victim
officials. They went to school to understand the mind and psychology of people. And they're sitting here with this woman and they're having to make lies on paper. It's all a paper game with the court system. You're only gonna get out if you got that paper. So they looking at the paperwork. Oh yeah, the judge only looking at the paperwork at this point. She looking at, okay, yeah, I'm gonna sign off on that. Y'all can get a warrant. Y'all can go ahead and arrest him. And they come up with big guns, big AKs, a helicopter. Man, this is
this is not right. This is not right. This is why we are exposing
We go
this.
clip and slip. You said a police report and an interview with the police are 2 different things. Actually, it's kind of not. It's kind of like the same thing because with the interview, they still take what you said and they write it up. And they actually can write up. They actually can add anything that they want to add to.
Yeah, but
like,
they never put her interviews with the detectives in there because every single thing she said was made love.
Right.
So they never put that in there.
They never said that.
They never clipped and shipped
That's
nothing.
like-
They just made it up.
And that's what I said, y'all. Even you can't find a video of her saying that he raped her. It's not out there, y'all.
No.
I mean,
ain't no video of that.
So
no
she'll
video,
do a
Joe.
full-face lie to get on the camera and testify and say that he and change the story up again for the third time.
No, you can't change the story.
You can't change the story up no more. You've been exposed.
Man.
So that means you can't come online. You can't say a different story. You can't go against your own words. You didn't did an interview 3 different times.
Exactly. This is a malicious prosecution. They wrote down. She said she wanted to leave and began crying. They didn't say she started crying in his arms after they said they loved each other.
They didn't put that part.
They didn't put that part in there. They trying to make it seem like he did criminal. They trying to paint this picture that the trolls is painting. That's what makes this malicious. They might as well be
like he
the
made
trolls.
her cry, or like she was crying because she was in danger. But girl, you wouldn't have been laying in his arms. See, if they would have put that part in there, it would have been contradicting what you said.
You know what? I'm thinking about something. Because in case y'all don't know, y'all, I know I'm Nature Boy's manager. I'm thinking about suing somebody for defamation and slander. I'm going to have to check into them. Well, go ahead. Press play. Go ahead. I'm thinking about suing somebody.
Cause that's crazy.
That's what the prosecutors do.
Yeah, but Stockholm syndrome ain't gonna have you where you leave, where you actually leaving. Cause I thought people with Stockholm syndrome, they don't leave and come back, be back and forth. I thought they actually just stay.
Exactly.
Like there's no such thing as leaving.
Exactly. Break it down for us.
What they say about Stockholm syndrome? You know what?
No, I'm just saying, like I thought.
No, go ahead, but you
Stockholm
doing
is
good.
where
Break
they
that down.
actually
'Cause they-
stay. No, where they actually just
Okay,
stay, like they don't leave
no,
and
so I think that just me just being real as I am, y'all. They can do both. They can do both. But at the same time, this is just lying. This is just ain't
but
Stockholm. This
is
is a
that
girl that's
okay? So
scorned,
well,
that's
why
lying,
does
that's hurt. She want to be in
Stockholm
somebody's shoes.
but Stockholm don't have nothing to do with her statements. This don't have nothing
No,
to do
this don't
with
have
her
nothing to do with this.
statements
Yeah.
though.
So they can't even put Stockholm in this. This is not Stockholm. This is somebody that's scorned that want to be and
Like
just
she's
being real. She
still
wants to be the
alive.
queen. She wants to be the queen.
But okay.
We make love.
And yeah, we did make love in that moment. And yeah, we did make love in that moment.
The next point is on the 5th line, reading, she stated they made love because she didn't want to fight him off any longer. Let's play back what she actually says.
A part of me just gave it to him because I did, still care for him.
What she actually says is, she gave it to him because she has feelings for him, not because she was tired of fighting him off. Now we are going to
That part right there.
What?
That part right there. Now
Another
where
part.
she actually says, I gave it to him because I still care about him. Where is
Not
the rape
because
in
she
this?
was
I'm
tired
confused.
of fighting him off.
Not because he forced her. Exactly. Not because he forced her or none of that. She didn't say any of that. No, she don't sound like no victim to me. She don't sound like no victim to me. Nah, she don't sound like no victim to me. She sound like somebody that wanted attention. That's what she sound like to me. That's what she was waiting for, his attention, him to embrace her. That's what it sound like to me.
Expose the inconsistencies in the arrest warrant. In the arrest warrant, it describes the situation completely different from the alleged victim's actual statements. It uses words like forcibly and against her will to criminalize Mr. Bishop. It continues to read that he forced himself in her. How is this even possible when she only described it as lovemaking? The detectives also put this in the affidavit. Again, they say that he pulled her in the room.
He let me into the other room. He let me into the other room.
The detectives wrote that she told him no multiple times, but he kept pursuing. The lies continue. Note, what was actually said and what's written on the paper are not the same. And this is how they got a warrant on Mr. Bishop, by not being honest. April 14th, 2022, Eligio Bishop is now swatted again in DeKalb County on a malicious prosecution. The following video will show a split screen of the SWAT outside and inside of the house.
Yo, get my wallet, my phone. My wallet. They breaking the door open, yo. We're good. We're coming out. We're good. We're coming out. No need to break anything. What's up? Don't shoot. We got a baby.
I'm reaching now. Put your hands back, see you.
Relax, we don't got no weapon, y'all.
No weapon. We got nothing. Back it up.
Let's go.
ask them that. Have y'all tried to file anything with the internal affairs?
Oh,
Nah,
I just got in contact with them today.
Yeah, with the miss. Yeah, because that interview was
Yeah, because when
I
I
would
tell you,
think
we've been letting them do their job, giving them the benefit of the doubt that they would do their job.
Yeah.
Now they want to deny Speedy Trout and his bond. No, we're about to go hard. It's our loved one. Like what?
Yeah. Since they denied his bond today, we are really like putting this out there and reaching out to everybody that we can to get this video heard to the right person.
Yeah, somebody's gonna see it.
So look, y'all. So when it comes down to it, y'all, if y'all, most of y'all that know about situations like this, and y'all know about the government and the laws and stuff like that, y'all know we only got 3 branches of government, but however, the 4th undeclared branch of the government, y'all, is the court of public opinion. That's social media. That's the people getting the voices out. If y'all know this is bullshit, send this to somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Share it, post it, support, all that when it comes down to it. Because y'all know this shit is wrong. Y'all know this shit is wrong. Just like we got daughters, we got sons as well, y'all. We got
even
sons and daughters.
He got a bond, okay?
Man.
I swear.
That's what I'm saying. Even he got a bond.
I swear.
He got evidence
What
for
the
his
hell?
shit. Right.
People with real crimes out here getting bonds.
That's crazy.
Okay.
We gotta make noise because this is showing us as a people. This is really deep. This is showing us as a people what we be doing to ourselves,
to each other. So hate.
Damn.
Real. Them
okay.
was not toys.
Them big guns.
Them was coming to do something to somebody.
They was at our window, surrounded the house, busting the back door. Like we didn't have no weapons. We don't got nothing. We just some spiritual teachers online teaching.
That's it.
And they coming in here with, y'all saw them guns in the video. Because the only reason why they was able to do that is because what the detectives put on that arrest warrant. That warrant is what triggered this.
And additional was the calls. Those 27 police coming up to our house. Them making them calls every day. That's another added reason. They like, what's going on in this house?
He's being set up.
And there probably was more calls than that because they didn't put every time the officer came to our house. It was way more. They came 2-3 times every day.
Yep.
Yeah, we knew when it was coming at a certain point.
They had cars. They said they had cars that was just undercover that was just sitting there watching our house.
Yep.
How anything can happen if a police is just sitting right here all the time? Coming every single day, night, morning, rising, whatever.
Just sitting there.
We is in a Caucasian
cul-de-sac. We sit in the cul-de-sac. We right there
in the middle.
In the middle.
What we about to do?
In the white neighborhood.
Come on.
Asians around.
And the Alice Castor was one of the people who was calling the police all the time, which is why she is coercing the alleged victim. They just trying to get him locked up. That they don't care how. They just want him locked up.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's their objective.
You didn't even know him. What he do to you?
You just online, just hate groups, hate videos,
and
slandering and defaming his character online. Like, come on now, we're gonna have a public apology from every person involved in this case.
Yep. He will be exonerated.
They never informed us on why they were detaining us. They only told us that they had to take us to the police station so they could talk to us. After a couple hours, they finally start taking us to the police station.
What we're gonna do, before we probably just gonna try to snatch out our guy. We got warrants on him, so we could just snatch him.
Send the phone. Yes, sir. Can you help me up? Yep, thanks.
I guess I just want to talk to you about some stuff.
Oh, okay.
I honestly, you know as much as I do. Oh, I never pat you down and make sure you ain't got nothing.
Well, I'm not under arrest, right?
As of right now, no. Right now, you're just detained.
They just calling me. They on the phone.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm sure everybody, but
right.
I'm just saying they told me to come grab you.
Okay.
64. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Am I going to jail?
As of right now, no.
Oh, okay.
Right now, you're detained. Now, when they interview you and they ask you questions, if they charge you with something, that's on them. But like I say, I don't even know what the investigation's for. I don't know what's going on.
How
Like I told you when I walked up to you, you know
information
just
you
as much as I do.
got a warrant for this man arrest. Now,
Exactly.
normally when somebody has a warrant, your ass going to jail. They know that. When they come to your house with a warrant, you're going to jail. Like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, that's because they trying to save their own self, like their own tail.
Like, he lied.
I don't know what's going on.
He lied. Yeah, how you
Yeah,
arrest
the whole
somebody and
time
don't even know what it's for? Like, how you don't know that?
The whole time
Didn't
we was
even
in
read him his
custody.
rights. Exactly. Did he end up
We were
reading
in
him his
custody
rights?
in the house. We were in custody in the house. We kept asking, "What are we being detained and arrested for?" We don't know. You'll know when you get to the station. They
So
never
did they
told us
read
why
him
we were
his
being
rights,
detained.
Malia? Yeah, did they read him his rights?
Not until you went in question. I know we were separated, so I don't really know. They was just doing stuff so malicious.
Because they should have been reading him his rights right here when he got arrested. Normally they
No, they
ask you
didn't.
rights,
That's
get
why
it
they were
right.
saying you're not arrested. No.
It's so sad the way this investigation is.
Yeah, that's the argument. Let me see. Okay.
They didn't do that.
You need to get to your shoes?
Yes.
Okay.
Separated us. Right. That was us.
They're gonna stay right there.
Guys were outside.
Everybody ready to go? Okay, let's go then. Everybody get your stuff. We're moving out now. Period. We're moving out now. Come on. In the shed outside? Goodbye.
Once we arrived at the police station, they still didn't talk to or question anyone. Only Malia and Zoka were asked personal questions like, what would they do without Mr. Bishop? But no questions were asked pertaining to the charges. After a few hours of just sitting in a room without talking to anyone, they eventually drop us all back off at the house, except for Mr. Bishop. Once they drop us off, we see the warrant on the table. And at that moment, we knew Mr. Bishop was being set up. The very next day, multiple news reporters were knocking.
Okay, so that's the question right there. How the fuck did the officer didn't know what the warrant said? And here you go right here.
We got it. They been had the warrant.
Right, they been had it.
How they didn't know that though?
Yeah, he said, I got the warrant for this guy
He
right
said,
here.
I don't know what really, I really don't know what,
Exactly.
like what?
They had it. They had it the whole time.
Yeah, they said we got a warrant out on him, so we can just snatch him.
But they never told him what he was being arrested for. You have a warrant. You know what the person is being arrested.
Exactly.
Our door.
Geo Bishop, also known as Nature Boy, is accused of rape and false imprisonment, along with other charges. Neighbors tell 11 Alive they're stunned by the allegations, but are even more surprised by what this group was posting online.
Its social accounts reaching tens of thousands of people on Instagram and YouTube. Joe Ripley, live outside the DeKalb County Police Department. And Joe, you got to speak to this group, the Carbon Nation.
Yeah, Carbon Nation, this is a group that says they abide by a different philosophy. Their leader, Eligio Bishop, appeared in court for the first time today since being arrested earlier this week at a DeKalb County home. And after a judge read out his warrants, his charges, he simply replied by saying, quote, outstanding. Neighbors there in that DeKalb County community are concerned tonight.
Mr. Bishop, good afternoon, sir.
Eligio Bishop saw a judge for the first time since his arrest earlier this week. His case now lies in the hands of Superior Court. DeKalb police arrested Bishop at this home in Decatur, charging him with rape, false imprisonment, and 3 counts of sexually explicit transmission.
He's extremely loving, extremely forgiving. Literally wouldn't hurt a fly.
This man, who goes by Captain Ace, says he's part of the group Carbon Nation. Ace calls Bishop the head of the international organization.
This is one of the most troubling experiences I've ever had.
Ace described Carbon Nation as a religious philosophy based on science, focused on living a life of principles and morals. He joined the group about 4 years ago.
I met him online. That was my initial contact with him. I seen that he was teaching knowledge that was superior to any other scholar or any other leader that I had encountered at the time.
God is a very loving being. He's very caring. He's very holy.
They insist he should never have been arrested by DeKalb County Police Wednesday night.
I came outside. Police were circling with the helicopter I seen first. Then I come to the front window. We see they're outside with guns pointed at the doors, pointing at the windows.
This is a revolving door, and you can come in and out as you please. No one is no one is going to hold you against your will here.
Sexual education, and we believe in nudity.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the charges that's trying to be brought against my chief, is for revenge porn. But the female that was here, the woman that was here, she gave consent to actually release it for sexual education. It's not just like porn, it's for educational purposes.
I did speak at length with the women there. They said that many women come and go from this organization because they don't necessarily like what they discover about themselves, and say that this is another targeted attack against Mr. Bishop.
Now, what would make a woman do something like this? The alleged victim has always been jealous that she's not Mr. Bishop's queen. Now we're going to double back into the T interview because the alleged victim says something very important. She expresses why she leaves Mr. Bishop and her true feelings of not being queen.
So I'll tell you exactly what happened when I left Carbonation. And one of the reasons why I left is because y'all don't know, when he was trying to do the queen thing, there wasn't going to be a new queen. It was all an act. At first it wasn't. I'm thinking that I actually have a chance to like prove that, okay, well I can definitely, you know, take the queen thing and really do something positive with the cult. But nah, he was like, it was never gonna be that way. He said that it's going to be queenly a queen, queenly a queen. She's gonna remain the queen after the court thing. I'm gonna be her servant, meaning I'm gonna be her caddy. I do everything for her, and for a day or two I was that. I was her servant, and I'm gonna be her servant, and I'm gonna kiss her feet in front of the whole world. So that was the plan.
Yeah, from a woman's perspective, a man that you love telling you that another woman, that I'm gonna be her servant and she's gonna be the queen, y'all hurt. Like, that right there is the motive. Yes. Right, plain as day. That right there is the motive. Like that hurt her. That really hurt her. Like, she had to find a way to get his ass back. Like, that right there, that's scorned.
Yeah.
And I'm glad.
Like,
I'm glad.
She was embarrassed. She was embarrassed.
And you know what I'm glad about? I'm glad the fact that. I'm glad the fact that the majority of the people.
Because when she went online and she was dancing all through the men, and after that she got rejected for being queen, she felt embarrassed. Yes. She was online. Wow. She felt good about herself. The whole situation was just being like presented to her right there. She was feeling good. She was feeling herself. Like, as soon as she got denied and rejected, she felt some type of way.
That's scorned. Yeah, that's scorned. Like, oh, I know that hurt.
And I'm glad that a lot of people that's in the comments that's speaking out about this. You can't say that I'm biased because I'm a man. These are women that's speaking out saying this stuff. A lot of people in the comments are saying, no, this is bullshit. These are women. Black women as well.
I know that hurt. I could feel it. Hell, I know that.
You gotta think about it. You left, talk shit, came back. You left, went to TKO, came back. You left, talk shit some more, came back. Why would you think?
Went to the other dude in Chicago. Who the other dude in Chicago she went to?
Yeah, that was the little guys.
I don't know, but we tried to help.
But I was just saying that right there, that's a big enough motive right there.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell the way she's saying it, like the way, like, it sounds like it even hurt for her to say it, for her to even admit that that's what he told her. Like, that's That's that right there. Yeah, that's oh girl. But okay.
And I wasn't really always okay with it, but I tried to be okay with it because I tried to think of the bigger picture about how he's saying he's about to adorn her, adorn Malia and make her the queen and show how a black woman should be treated and, you know, make her the face of carbonation. And I'm just like, all right, well, I can sacrifice, you know, me really feeling like I could do it for her to take the shine. But in my heart, I didn't really feel like that's what I wanted to do, because he said, and you're going to be in the background. And when he said that, it triggered me, because I'm like, I'm not made to be in the background, yo. I know that about myself. I'm not made to be behind nobody. I shine really bright. He wanted me to dress her up every day, you know, with the fashion that I got, all the clothes that I brought. Wanted me to do everything for her. Anything that she wanted, I was supposed to do for her. And when I really thought about it, after seeing that they didn't really respect me or cared for me at all, they just said, oh, you just brought the fashion, without even recognizing that that's not all I did. I realized that they don't love me. Like, I really love them. And I want to go. So at this point, I'm more hurt than angry. Because I ain't had time for it.
In this live, Noelle expresses her frustrations about Malia being Mr. Bishop's favorite.
A pregnant seashell that I found from the ocean put it in my hand. Hey, Musa, put it in my hand. Oh, he put it on my forehead before we fucked and said, you gonna have my babies. And I believed it in that moment. And then fucking got 6 days late thinking I'm pregnant. Nigga was like, oh, I want Malia to have the baby first. Nigga, why you fucking me like that then?
Here's where Noelle screams at Malia about all the attention she gets.
She said, oh, he ain't complimenting her all day. He complimented the most fucking dick. He can do the most fucking attention. He is fucking disrespectful, bro. You get all the fucking attention, bro. All the fucking love.
Noelle's various expressions of jealousy. Noelle is constantly comparing her and Malia's sexual relationship with Mr. Bishop. Here's where she mentions it in the audio interview with the detectives. She also mentions that she has all the qualifications to be a better woman for Mr. Bishop, which shows she was always in competition.
Why did he pick her over you?
Because of the sex. He says the sex is better. Even though I have all the qualifications for being a better woman for him, he says the sex is better. So he likes sex.
What would he call you to him?
He once said, I'm his concubine. And she's the queen. Like, he literally said, Malia is queen and Materi is wife.
Pause it. Look, imagine y'all going to the detective, and when you talking to the detective, you telling the detective that, yeah, he picked that woman over me. Like, seriously. You telling her he picked another woman over me. What the motherfucker, did he rape you or not? God damn it, did he? That's what they want to know. Why are you even talking about this? You still hurt and scorned. That's the reason you talking about this.
Yeah, so and then it's like, why are they asking questions about this? Like, asking more questions. So what about the ask about the charges?
Nothing to do with the charges.
Like,
Seriously.
Yeah,
And this show motive right here.
Shit. This some weird.
This show motive. This show why she was hurt. This show that she was jealous. This shows everything.
Yeah.
The detectives are so focused on trying to get information on how 3 guys does stuff and all this other stuff. They're not even focused on the charges. They ask
Facts, Kibiana. All facts. Fatal attraction. Fatal attraction.
That sounds like some obsessed ass shit.
That's
like,
weird. That's weird to bring it up to the detective.
Yes, baby. This is some And
This is some
y'all know
weird shit. This
this.
is
This
fatal
is
attraction.
deep.
This is some. If
And I'm gonna tell
this is
y'all
some.
something. A
If
lot
I
of
can't
women
have
in
them,
the
no. If
comments,
I can't have them, nobody else can.
right?
If
A
I
lot of
can't have them,
women in the
nobody else can.
comments. This should be very relatable to some of the women in the comments that went through stuff like this. When it
Yeah,
comes
and
to a
some
man
of them went
picking,
through it to the point
yeah.
where they getting triggered.
When it comes to a man picking a woman, or whatever the case may be, like that's crazy.
This is
But,
something
ooh.
everybody goes through. You just showing it to you.
This is all based on Nuelle not getting what she wants from Mr. Bishop. In this live, Nuelle admits to working with a group to keep Mr. Bishop locked up.
Good. Yeah, we've been working behind the scenes. No, it's okay. We've been working behind the scenes for a good minute to make this all happen. Yeah, and it's not just me. It's like a lot of people behind this. People been calling in, and people have been, doing their work. But I just want to let y'all know that we are doing our best to keep him locked up.
Here's a live Nuelle does after Mr. Bishop got denied bond.
All I can say is outstanding. Outstanding. Woo! And this is not necessarily for me, it's for our community at this point.
Note that Nuelle says Mr. Bishop being locked up is not for her, but for the community. And by community, she means the online critics.
And thank y'all for the support.
And I absolutely support you 100%.
Yes, no bond. The done, okay? The done. That's a fact.
Velvet, one of the prosecutor's witnesses, exposes the fact that Nuelle was coerced to press charges on Mr. Bishop.
I stand for the truth. I'm about the truth. You're not telling the whole truth. Period. That you've never done that. Ever. You don't even tell people how actually you were coerced into the shit that you did to Nature Boy to get him in jail and get him to the point that he's at right now. You didn't want to do that. You were coerced and talked to other people to do that.
Here's proof that Nuelle is lying during her interview with the detectives. Her story is constantly changing.
At that point, I just let it happen because I don't know, giving him what he wants if you leave me alone.
But here's what she says at first.
A part of me just gave it to him because I did, still care for him.
Her first statement sounds more genuine, and the second one sounds like she's reading from a script. Perhaps a script from the online critics. Now, why would the online critics continue to do something like this to someone? Mr. Bishop explains it perfectly.
You have to ask, what is the motive behind it? You know what I'm saying? And now that we're getting out the truth that I'm not a pedophile, I'm not a child molester, I'm not a fugitive, I'm not running from the law, I'm not doing any of these things that they're saying. Now we have to take that out. Now we know that's not the real reason why they're doing this. It's for the safety of the kids and all that shit. No. The real reason why you're doing this is because you're getting attention, you're making money, or you're getting some attention that you never had by yourself. You can't get attention by yourself, so you found someone that you can attach yourself to feed off their energy like a shadow being.
There are many online bloggers against Mr. Bishop, and they get paid to defame his character.
Number one to you, and number two to Malia, and then the rest of Carbonation by giving false accusations, about giving false information, about giving false stories about you, about Malia, about Carbonation that I knew not to be true. I want to apologize to saying that you have a disease or that Malia have a disease or anybody in Carbonation has a disease, because I don't know that to be true, and I actually made it up for a storyline.
What kind of storyline?
Well, just in my mind, I said I'm going to have to use Carbonation for my content to grab the bag. So for me, ultimately, all I wanted to do was get...
Hoes, you know what? And that's how these hoes be thinking. On some real... Yeah. She's speaking from the perspective of a fucking troll. That's how... This is exactly how they think.
Yep.
This how them
They hear.
hoes be looking too behind them fucking phones, looking a damn
Remember I
mess,
told y'all
looking
on
slow
social
as hell
media?
in the face.
On social media, you got a whole bunch of dumbass trolls, dumbass haters
Girl,
repeating
she
that
do
2
look
plus
a
2 is
mess.
9. They saying 2 plus 2 is 9, and all of a sudden you got a whole bunch of motherfuckers repeating that 2 plus 2 is 9, and it don't make sense. It don't add up to none of this shit. It don't add up to nothing. These are same stupid
Girl, we don't
motherfuckers.
give a fuck how old it is. It's
Look,
still
it don't.
showing the
It's still showing.
perspective of how a motherfucker thinks, of how a
Yeah.
troll thinks, of how a bitch that don't get attention, a bitch that's clout chasing off of somebody else. It don't matter how
Facts.
old it is. It still
Yeah.
states the obvious.
Yep. It's the same shit,
Exactly.
y'all.
It still states the obvious.
These are same people that said, Nation Boy, me and Eb came across, and they said that he was 5 federal warrants by the FBI. They said that shit. Gonna find out that was a lie.
I got the
It was
juice.
all a
Are you
lie.
slow? Are you slow, sis? It wouldn't matter how old this was. It wouldn't matter. She's still stating what she's saying. She's using it as a way to get paid, to get attention. Like, what are you not understanding?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You gotta.
Like, I don't give a damn how old it is. That's something that came out of her mouth.
It's not even really that old. And plus, we have many more of people
So, get out.
apologize for doing the same shit.
Get her up
Like,
out of here.
people do it all the time.
Shit. Girl, I'm not going back and forth over that. Hold on,
Crazy
let me go back
shit.
some. Listen to this crazy ass bitch.
Look demonic. Look possessed.
Yeah.
That bitch with them big glasses look weird. That's how the trolls be looking too. Behind them phones, mad as fuck.
But
And that's
Mad as
that's
fuck.
just the
They be
clip.
looking
That's
crazy.
just a clip of that video. Cause she even said that. She said, "Well, I can't get online. I'm all old and crazy looking.
Of
I have
course,
a job."
old, ugly, bad bill, all of that. So they live through the people that they watch.
Yes, that's how
Mhm.
all, not just her. It don't, like you said, it don't matter
Exactly,
if that video
cricket.
old. It's all of them. It's the T. It's Essa. It's all of
Yeah,
the
no,
trolls.
it's a lot of them. Yeah, it's a lot of them.
Yeah,
Trust me.
it's
He ain't the
everybody.
only one that get trolled,
Yeah.
baby. It's all the people that be getting trolled. This is how the trolls be looking. Shit, I ain't saw a pretty bitch yet that trolls looking.
Yeah.
I ain't saw
Yeah.
one.
That's how to get paid. Yep.
But I gotta give her credit though. She did say, pretty much she got sucked into the shit and believing all the stupid shit that people say on social media. It don't matter what tone they say it in, they can make it sound real believable. And all of a sudden it really be a lie. So she said, I have to apologize for that, for believing these stupid ass lies. Because people will say it in a straight tone to make you think that it's real.
She didn't say she believed it. She apologized because she said it. She didn't say she believed it.
She made it
And
up.
they want to
made
talk
it
about,
up so
oh,
she
that's
could get 10
old.
racks.
That's old. It don't matter how old it is. She still stated it. She still said it. Whether she changed her mind before, after, it don't matter. She still stated it.
And that's
She
their
still said
motive.
it.
Right. They
Shit.
get paid. They get paid to do this.
Okay, hold on.
I just let it happen because
That ain't him. That is you.
I'm giving him what he wants if he leave me alone.
But here's what she says at first.
A part of me just gave it to him because I did, still care for him. Still care for him.
Her first statement sounds more genuine, and the second one sounds like she's reading from a script. Perhaps a script from the online critics. Now, why would the online critics continue to do something like this to someone? Mr. Bishop explains it perfectly.
You have to ask, what is the motive behind it? You know what I'm saying? And now that we're getting out the truth that I'm not a pedophile, I'm not a child molester, I'm not a fugitive, I'm not running from the law, I'm not doing any of these things that they're saying. Now we have to take that out. Now we know that's not the real reason why they're doing this, for the safety of the kids and all that shit. No. The real reason why you're doing this is because you're getting attention, you're making money, or you're getting some attention that you never had by yourself. You can't get attention by yourself, so you found someone that you can attach yourself to feed off their energy like a shadow being.
There are many online bloggers against Mr. Bishop, and they get paid to defame his character.
Number one, to you, And number 2 to Malia and then the rest of Carbon Nation by giving false accusations, about giving false information, about giving false stories about you, about Malia, about Carbon Nation that I knew not to be true. I want to apologize to saying that you have a disease or that Malia have a disease or anybody in Carbon Nation has a disease, because I don't know that to be true, and I actually made it up for a storyline.
What kind of storyline?
Made it up
Well,
for a
just in
storyline
my
with
mind,
T-Rex.
I said
That
I'm
is
gonna have to
fuck.
use Carbonation for my content
She said,
to
I'm
grab the
gonna have to
bag.
use
So for
combination
me,
for my content.
ultimately, all I wanted to do was get 10 racks. Right? That's all
This
I really
bitch
wanted to do
retarded.
was get 10 racks.
Girl,
I needed 10.
and do what with it? This really just pissing me off, even listening to this dumbass bitch and what she's saying. So you made up a whole lie, calling it a storyline. You made up a whole fucking lie because you thought that was gonna bring you 10 racks. This bitch says she made up a whole storyline because she thought it was gonna bring her 10 racks.
Yeah,
She did.
she got
Girl.
it. She got it. Funded by.
No, for real, I see you. Come on now. Now that's just the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that car she in, that's what she bought.
So, girl, you just loaned somebody to say somebody
car.
got STDs, somebody killing folks. They got FBI wanted for them. You did that because you thought you was going to get 10 racks. Are you serious? Bitch, you is crazy. And you look crazy. She said he was spreading the house in Virginia. Like shit, but he could have sued her though. Like what? Playing with somebody's name like that? Bitch, you sound crazy.
10 racks, and I did it in the most disgusting, wrong way.
My name has been something that people can feed off to become somebody. And at any cost, people will do and say anything. And I want to point that out, that this is the motive. Because now that I'm not a child molester, now that I don't have any charges, now that I'm not a fugitive, now that all these things that you were saying that you were doing it for are being brought out to not be true, we're narrowing down the reason why you're doing it, because of attention. Because without Nature Boy, who are you?
Now, given all of the evidence that proclaims Mr. Bishop's innocence, given that he is 41 with no criminal history, and that he meets all Ayola factors, why is it that after 1 year, Mr. Bishop still sits in DeKalb County Jail with no bond granted? Why? Because Detective Moore and Panosium are using the clipped up videos from the critics to persuade the state of Georgia to refuse him bond. Here's an email from DeKalb County detectives sent to the T, Alice Castor, inquiring about her clipped up videos of Mr. Bishop. It reads, I am Detective Blank with the DeKalb County Police Department. I am reaching out to you and inquiring of your videos you have of Nature Boy. I am aware you have been following this group Carbon Nation for some time and have interviewed multiple followers who have left the group. I was hoping you would be able to help. I would like to get in contact with those who have left, and if you have any contact with any currently in the home, as well as collect any videos you may have that show abuse, specifically physical abuse. The videos I have seen have not shown specific physical abuse. If you could share any information you have or videos of abuse you have, I would greatly appreciate it. I will need some information from you as well. I would appreciate it if at this time you will leave our conversation private so that we can continue to collect information before Nature Boy becomes aware. DeKalb County Police Department. Although the videos have nothing to do with the case at hand, Mr. Bishop has been denied bond a total of 3 times. In response to the refusal of bond, he's been trying to assert his right for a speedy trial since August 16th, 2022. Here are pictures showing Mr. Bishop desperately trying to put in a motion for a speedy trial because his public defender at that time, Steffi Yellen, refused. Mr. Bishop has been a victim of having bad representation for defending his constitutional rights, which resulted in none of his motions being answered and no bond. He also did not receive his discovery until 4 months later of being indicted at DeKalb County Jail. It has been extremely hard for Mr. Bishop to fight his case within jail without a bond.
Okay, so can we all agree that this is not about Velvet? Because I think some people are confused in the comments. This ain't about Velvet. This
This
is about
ain't.
Nature Boy and what he's in jail about.
This
This
not
is
about a
not about
goldfish.
Velvet, y'all.
It's not about a goldfish y'all said he stole 10 years ago.
This
This ain't
is
about
not
none of
about
that
none of
shit.
that.
None of that
So
shit, y'all.
So for anybody who has watched the video, it is posted on all of our social media accounts. Share it with everybody that
Share
you know.
this. Nature Boy TV on YouTube. Nature Boy TV on YouTube. Go to it and watch it over if you need to. If you missed anything, watch it over. Share it with everybody.
Yes, because somebody's gonna know somebody who's gonna be able to help us in this situation. A lot of people are scared. A lot of people don't want to get involved. But we need somebody who is not scared, who does want to get involved with this, because as you can see, we've already put it together.
Yes.
We've already done the work, so all you need to do is, do the legal stuff.
A real deal lawyer that's about justice, about the truth, about making sure the rights are being upheld in the superior courts.
Yes.
That's what we need.
Because this is not right. People are playing games and people are getting paid for creating this image of Three God and but this is his life. Like all this animosity with the detectives and the trolls and the online critics.
Yeah, and I don't even think people really realize that our lives are in jeopardy. You saw in the video that these people, they don't pull up with no toys and no balloons and nothing. They pull up real guns.
Yeah.
You saw the bullets
breaking down the door.
That stuff is meant to kill people. That is very serious. And to say you're gonna paint somebody's storyline and say all this stuff about you, when the other end of that, the repercussion of that is our lives being in danger for that.
Let me get my take on this, y'all. I want y'all to understand that on top of that, survey time, y'all. All y'all that's been watching for the longest and know everything as it pertains to this case. Not the shit that happened to a goldfish in Haiti or Puerto Rico. I don't want to hear nothing about that. As it applies to this case, these 5 charges, put 1 in the comments if y'all think that he's innocent. 2 if he's guilty. Be fair.
And also another thing, everybody
Be
go
fair,
to
be real.
YouTube and type in the T. We need that page taken down because this is the main reason why he's in there, because she's in cahoots with the detectives, and this is the main reason why he hasn't got a bond. So we need videos reported. We need that page taken down. So if anybody knows any information about lawyers,
it's the
how to get
for
a
me in the
YouTube page
comments.
taken down.
But they got their own opinion.
Yeah, everybody got their own
Common
opinion.
sense
This
ain't
majority.
common.
It's majority ones though. This majority ones. Some of them can't separate between the hate and the real. Like some, they just it's dislike. They can't. You know what I'm saying? They can't separate the two. If y'all can get on YouTube, y'all type in that T channel, whatever that weak ass channel is. Y'all get on there, press report for harassment, bullying, copyright, all that shit. Harassment, bullying,
if it was
copyright.
keepers, it would be all ones.
It'd be all ones. You know what I'm saying? Look, harassment, bullying, copyright, all that shit. Reported a few times. Harassment, bullying, copyright.
Well,
they got a problem with it.
We're gonna get going, but
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Ladies, hold on 1 second. On top of that, y'all, please don't forget, y'all, this is an ongoing thing. This shit is expensive, draining, and everything else. when it comes down to this. If y'all can, ladies, y'all have a GoFundMe? Or where can they contact
Our
y'all?
Cash App was at the end of the video. Our Cash App.
Okay. In the video, y'all be able to see something on the end of this video, I guess at the end. Y'all know the video ad, go to the end. If y'all feel like supporting, please support. Do that. Take care of our peoples. It's not about, again, it's not about what Nature Boy did in 2010. These 5 charges right here. Just like we got sons, just like we have daughters, we have sons as well, y'all. Y'all seen the truth. When it comes down to it, take care of our peoples, y'all. Like, just when it comes down to it, whatever y'all can. These trolls to invest in facts, they are. And they used the trolls used the DA to do their dirty work. All because they weirdos. You trolls that's out there hating and dumb as hell. While y'all on y'all journey is trying to bring somebody else, you need to be careful, as I said before, because you shouldn't let your hate or your dislike for somebody shouldn't turn into hate. If it turns into hate, that means you pretty much already messed up cognitively. Your conscience is already gone. Just keeping it 1,000. Your conscience is already gone. So damn, they're gone. So the same thing that you was preaching about that person, you didn't turn into the same person that you said you didn't like. Because real is real. Keeping it 1,000. I feel disrespected after even watching this video, yo. Because I feel to the point where, and I'm gonna keep that to myself, yo. I'll keep that portion to myself. But yeah, please support them, y'all.
Hey,
It's a long
Brandon,
process.
you in EbbiMay room.
You
know we don't hold nothing.
For me and Eb to say something like somebody is lying pertaining the R word, y'all. You know how hard it would be for us to say somebody is lying. Y'all know how hard it would be? Like, for real. That'd go against everything we stand for, we believe in. Most people wouldn't even just play around with no shit like that. But if y'all can see the intent, the motive behind this and everything else, like it's right there. It's right there. And I would hate to say somebody just flat out.
I mean, but the facts are the facts.
Yep.
The facts are the facts, though. I mean,
but we glad that everybody was here. We glad for everybody to be here to listen and see what's really going on. Like, and just hit us up. Our contact information.
It's just facts.
Our contact information is at the end of the video. So if y'all want to reach out to us with any advice or anything, go to the end of the video and hit us up. Thank y'all for watching
tomorrow, y'all.
Facts
what
over
time tomorrow?
feelings. That's how I look at it. Facts over feelings.
What time tomorrow, y'all?
Oh yes, 3 Guy. He's gonna be on here tomorrow at 5
Eastern. 5 Eastern, y'all.
Yep. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow.
And this is all y'all heard all this evidence, y'all, and y'all never even heard his side. You know, when people start lying, they eventually tell on themselves. Y'all ain't even got to hear Nature Boy's side. Why? Because the person that told this lie end up telling on themselves, and y'all can see it. It ain't even no need to hear Nature Boy's side, but he'll be here tomorrow, and y'all be able to hear that as well. Like,
but what's the point of hearing Nature Boy's side? We just saw it. We know what he gonna say. He didn't do it. I mean, what else is there for him to say?
Yeah, no, he never.
Like, I don't understand what else they want him to say. He been telling his side.
That's some real shit. That's some real shit.
Well, thank y'all.
What?
Peace.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Myself.
All right, ladies. That's crazy shit. He got a big check waiting on him, man. What are his charges again? 3 counts of revenge porn, 1 of false imprisonment, the other one of rape. Oh, the video playing thick and too. I don't know.
On the video done.
It's done on this way.
Yeah, probably.
This shit. We went to the revenge porn. As y'all can see, the revenge porn was bullshit. She lied about the revenge porn. The fact that the DA is willing to drop the rape charge, let you know that they don't even have nothing on him. They're willing to negotiate the rape charge and drop that shit if he accept a plea. No, they want him to cop a plea because he ain't got shit. You know the girl lying. She never said he was raped. Never said he raped him. It's no rape kit. It's no none of that. Can't even get the girl to say it, and she playing with her words. But he moved. Now he led me into the room. He led me into the room. She playing with her words. She can't even get her words out clearly because she knows she lying.
They haven't talked about that. Why y'all keep coming in here saying that? This wasn't about
Well,
that.
the drone stuff. The drone stuff.
No, because they keep coming in here kicking their asses. This ain't got nothing to do with that.
I
Ain't
really don't even
nobody
care about
talking
the
about
drone
that
stuff.
shit. We talking about him being falsely in prison for some shit that he didn't do.
I like Ham Chucky. Ham Chucky said, "Man, I'm scared for my son now. Bitches is evil. Man, ain't this the truth? We got daughters and we got
Hell
sons.
yeah, they are. I'm a female. They evil as fuck. We can be.
Imagine going to the
Yeah,
detective and
if
telling
we
the
feel
goddamn
like we
detective.
getting crossed.
Imagine telling the detective, and he chose her over me. He chose her over me. What the hell that got to do with you? I don't give. Look, you want a relationship advice? Go to the goddamn counselor. I want to know about the crime. What crime occurred? He chose her over me because of sex. Her sex is better than mine.